Today we're gonna attempt to put all these little succulents in here. I have a bunch of them. Some of them are dying. So I want to kind of condense all the little pots and put it in this one. I saw this at Hobby Lobby a couple weeks ago and I really liked it, but it wasn't on sale. And I'm not gonna buy anything not on sale. So I waited like 2 weeks and then they put it on sale and I got it. My husband put holes in the bottom because I asked my neighbor who has 1,000,000 succulents and she said to put holes in the bottom. So I did. So let's do this. So I am by no means an expert in succulents. I actually kill more succulents than any other plant, and they are, quote, the easiest plants for beginners and the easiest to care for. But I think I overwater them, or rather I used to overwater them and would kill them with too much love. So now I've learned how to water them because, like I mentioned before, my neighbor has 1,000,000 succulents and she taught me how to water them correctly. Now I know when to water them by squishing their leaves, and if the leaves are mushy, they need water, but if they're hard, then they're fine. Continue to ignore them. And right here, I'm taking out any leaves that fell so I could propagate them and make a new plant out of those. I'll show you at the end of this video how they're growing when I give you the 6-month update. As you just saw, I used the same soil that the succulents had and added perlite, but since it wasn't enough to fill the pot, I mixed some Miracle-Gro cactus potting mix and perlite as well, then added some decorative rocks on top. I also added this tiny echeveria that my neighbor gifted me. I'll show you 6 months later how big and pretty it is now. Ta-da! I took this outside after I was finished and added some squirts of Dr. Earth's succulent plant food and watered it thoroughly. Later on, my neighbor gave me these 3 babies. I believe they're Haworthias. If you notice here, the jade turned red. I had it outside and I think it was too cold at night. And here she is prior to adding the Haworthias, and 6 months later, this is what my succulent creation looks like now. And remember the small echeveria that my neighbor had gifted me? Well, here she is all grown. So excited! And I just want to quickly show you, I made another succulent pot with these 3 succulents I had. I cut the baby growing at the top of this cactus and placed her near Mama, and Mama grew another one later. And if you notice, I put all the fallen leaves in that tiny pot at the bottom of the left screen, and I'll show you the new growth here in a couple seconds. In this pot, I just added the Miracle-Gro succulent mix, and I forgot to add perlite, but they're doing fine. If you notice the jade on the right, it hardly has any leaves. And here it is 6 months later. There's new leaves on this jade, and Mama Cactus in the middle has another baby growing at the top of her head again. And here on the right is all the fallen leaves I collected and how they're growing. You have to be patient with succulents because it takes a long time to see any significant growth. I spray these with water about every 3rd day or when I remember. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to follow me on my gardening journey.